Hi yogis, welcome to Yoga Merge. My name is Kim and I'm going to be guiding you through your sun salutations, also known as your Surya Namaskar. One of the great things about the sun salutations is it's a great way to warm up both the front side and back side of the body, lengthen the spine and strengthen the supporting muscles of the spine. So there are different variations to the sun salutations depending on which teachings you're following. So I'm going to go through a few of them today. And you don't have to, but a great way to practice these sun salutations is first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. And to the yogis, they were saluting to the sun. They would face the sun. And as you are saluting to the sun, it's kind of finding the inner light within yourself. So let's get started. We'll get started in child's pose. Just get a bit of a warm up here. So open knees wide to your mat, toes to touch. And you're going to walk your hands forward to the top of your mat and rest your forehead gently down towards the mat. On your inhales, lengthen your arms long. And on your exhale, sink your glutes towards your heels, getting a bit more opening in your lower back. And here, begin to really tap into your breath, finding slow, long inhales and slow, long exhales. If Ujjayi breath is in your practice, on your inhales, breathe in through your nose. And on your exhale, sealing your lips and constricting the back of your throat, breathe out through your nose. This is a great way to ignite the heat within your body. And at any point in your practice, if you feel like you are getting a little too warm, you're always welcome to breathe out through your mouth. The key here is just listening to your body and what feels good to you. And as we rest in this child's pose for our last few breaths, maybe you want to take a moment to set your intention for your practice, maybe set an intention for your day. It could be something simple as a word, maybe even a phrase, whatever comes to you, whatever resonates with you at this present moment. On your inhale, breathe in your intention. And on your exhale, let go of anything that's not going to serve you for these next 20 minutes as we flow through our sun salutations. And then on your next inhale, come up into tabletop position. Hips stacked directly on top of the knees, shoulders stacked on top of the wrists. And just loosening up the spine here on your inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly towards the ground. Roll the shoulders down your back. Chest up towards the sky. Gaze is up. Exhale, cat pose. Rounding your back like a cat. Bring your belly button to spine and gently gazing towards your toes. Inhale, cow pose. Shine your heart up. And exhale, cat. Let's take 2 more rounds here. Inhale. And exhale. Last time. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, come back to tabletop position. And on your exhale, push up into downward facing dog. Hips up to the sky. Feet hip width apart. Hands shoulder width apart and pressing down through all 10 fingers. Palms connect with the earth. So tight that I wouldn't even be able to slide a piece of paper underneath your hands. And as you inhale, bring your tailbone up a little closer up towards the sky. And on your exhale, try to sink your heels a little closer towards the earth. Wrap your triceps internally, which are going to help roll your shoulders down your back. Gaze softly towards your toes. And then at the bottom of your next exhale, walk your feet up to the top of your mat. Feet hip-width apart. We'll go into ragdoll pose. Hips stacked directly over the ankles, maybe a slight bend in your knees. And just let your head hang heavy, relaxing your shoulders and neck. And maybe crossing your arms, resting your elbows in opposite hands. Just feeling a nice release in your lower back, maybe shaking your head out no, shaking it out yes. And then on your next exhale, release your hands back down to your mat. Heel toe your feet to touch with a slight bend in your knees and keeping your belly button to spine. On your inhale, roll up slowly, one vertebrae at a time, with your head and neck coming up last. And when you get to the top, roll your shoulders up to your ears and down your back. And on your inhale, mountain pose, arms reach overhead, grounding down through all four corners of your feet. Relax your soft ribs in, as if you're tucking your ribs into your front pockets. Shoulders relax down your back. Gaze is forward, and pinky fingers slightly turn inward. And on your exhale, forward fold, hands through heart center, hinging from your hips. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on shins, having one line of energy right from your tailbone to the crown of your head. Shoulders relax down your back. Neck is long and gaze down towards your mat. And on your exhale, forward fold. Inhale into chair pose, arms reach overhead. Sitting back into your seat, taking a quick moment to look down at your toes and making sure that you could see all 10 toes. If you can't, shift a little bit more weight into your heels. Belly button to spine here. And on your exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, arms reach overhead. And here we're going to flow through this breath to movement. On your exhale, forward fold, hands to heart center. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on shins. Or you're always welcome to keep your fingertips as long as you're keeping your back nice and long, neck nice and long. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Let's flow through this one more time, breath to movement. Inhale, Tadasana, mountain pose, reach overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. And listen to the change up here. We're going to go into another variation of the sun salutation. On your exhale, forward fold, hands to heart center. Inhale, halfway lift. And on your exhale, step your left foot back, coming into a low lunge. holding it here for an inhale. And on your exhale, come into a high plank, having one line of energy from your heels right to the crown of your head, second line of energy from your shoulders down to your wrists. Bring your belly button to spine and wrap your triceps internally, once again helping to roll the shoulder blades down your back and press through that space right in between your shoulder blades. This is going to help stabilize your shoulders, your shoulder blades, and help protect your shoulders. And then on your inhale, hinge forward, dropping the knees down towards your mat, lowering yourself down towards the mat. And on your inhale, cobra pose. Palms directly underneath your shoulders, pressing through the tops of your feet, peeling your heart off the mat. Pressing through the palms of your hands, keeping your hands directly underneath your shoulders. Tops of your feet press into your mat, gaze is down towards the mat. Belly button in and pushing your pelvic bone down towards the mat, creating a little bit more length in your lower back. And on your exhale, tuck your toes and push back into downward facing dog. At the bottom of your next exhale, walk your feet up to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Your exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, arms reach overhead. And on your exhale, forward fold, hands to heart center. Inhale, halfway lift. And this time on your exhale, step back with your right foot, coming into a low lunge. And then on your next exhale, step back into high plank. And then dropping down to your knees. Exhale, lower yourself all the way down to your mat. Palms underneath your shoulders. Inhale, cobra pose. And on your exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to flow through that one more time, breath to movement. One more time on each side. At the bottom of your next exhale, walk your feet up to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, arms reach overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And on your exhale, step your left foot back, holding it here for an inhale. And on your next exhale, high plank. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, drop down to your knees, lowering yourself all the way down to your mat. Hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, cobra pose. And on your exhale, downward facing dog. At the bottom of your next exhale, walk your feet up to the top of your mat, maybe stepping forward with the opposite foot this time. We tend to favor one side at times. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, arms reach overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back with the right foot. Inhale, look forward. And on your exhale, high plank. Dropping your knees down towards the mat as you exhale and lower down slowly. Inhale, cobra pose. And on your exhale, downward facing dog. Holding it here for 2 breaths, 2 of your slowest breaths you've taken today. And at the bottom of your next exhale, walk your feet up to the top of your mat. Listen to the change up here. Inhale, halfway lift. And on your exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. And on your exhale, back bend. Pressing your heart up towards the sky, hips press forward to avoid dumping in the lower back. And really lift up from the heart as you cactus your arms out to the side. Inhale, Tadasana. And on your exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And on your exhale, crouch and curl. Bringing your forehead to knees. Rounding your upper back. And coming up high on your toes. And on your exhale, lower your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to flow through that 2 more times, breath to movement. Inhale, arms reach overhead. Exhale, back bend. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, crouch and curl. On your next exhale, drop your heels down to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. And on your exhale, back bend. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, crouch and curl. Holding it here for your inhale. On your exhale, release your heels down to your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And on your exhale, downward facing dog. Holding it here for 2 breaths. Feeling a nice stretch all the way through the back side of the body. And at the bottom of your next exhale, walk your feet up to the top of your mat. Have a seat. And then lower yourself down onto your mat. I'm just having a little bit of a cool down here. So hugging your knees into your chest. And then on your exhale, release the left leg long, right knee into your side body. Avoiding the rib cage. Taking a deep inhale. And on your exhale, twist. Right leg crosses over the left. Right shoulder stays glued to your mat. Gaze over your right shoulder. As you inhale, lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, deepen your twist. And on your inhale, come back to center. Hugging your knees into your chest once again. And on your exhale, right leg lengthens long, left knee into your side body. Once again, avoiding your rib cage. Take a deep inhale. And on your exhale, twist. Left knee crosses the right. Left arm reaches out long. And keeping that shoulder glued down to your mat. If it feels good, you could gaze over the left shoulder. And just take a few long, deep breaths. And with each exhale, feel a deeper twist, a little more relaxation. On your inhale, come back to center, hugging your knees into your chest one more time. And then on your exhale, grab the outsides or insides of your feet and coming into happy baby pose. Just feeling a little bit of a release in your lower back. And if grabbing your feet on the inside or outside of your feet is a little bit difficult, you're always welcome to grab the backs of your thighs. Key here is to keep your tailbone down to the mat. Maybe sway side to side. And then coming to stillness. And on your next inhale, bring your knees into your chest, giving yourself one last squeeze. And on your exhale, Savasana, corpse pose. Legs lengthen long to the corners of your mat. Arms out to your side. And just find that place of complete relaxation and complete stillness. Maybe taking a moment to revisit your intention you set at the beginning of class. And then beginning to deepen your breath. Begin to awaken the body, wiggling your fingers and toes. And then hugging your knees into your chest and rolling onto your right side into a fetal position. And then keeping your eyes closed, push yourself up into a seated position. And bringing your hands to heart center. And on your inhale, bring your hands up to third eye center, the seat right in between your eyebrows. Take a deep inhale. And on your exhale, fold forward. Namaste.